All right, folks, here we are once again at UKSG Green 2025. We are running a game with a very long name.
Hang on.
The 7th PhantasMystgoria 3 ClandeShivExilerstiny.
Very nice.
I'm glad I said that right. Before we get started, I have a couple of quick donations to read out. We've got £10 from Baugloire saying, that's never happened before. And we have £25 from Lara Jade saying,
Lara!
Hey Shocks, best of luck with the run from all of us over at the Panda Sanctuary Discord.
Thank you so much.
Take it away, Dark Shocks.
All right, welcome everyone to the third installment of the 7th PhantasMystgoria category that has somehow been established by, well, I blame Nanakimi. To be honest, I just submitted 3 runs. They were squished into one, and we've been running sequels of those ever since. I am here with...
the Woofs. Hello.
And...
I'm Howling Mad Mike.
They will be supporting me mentally, and...
we like old games.
Indeed we do.
Yeah.
Right, so we will be playing ClandeShivExilerstiny, which is a trilobite game, Shivers, which is a Sierra game, and Myst 3 Exile. Now, the reason we are late is because we want to use a glitch in Myst 3 Exile that has been basically the backbone of the speedrunning community of Myst 3 Exile that was patched today. A 15-year-old game.
He literally logged in, update, processing, downloading, speedrun broke.
Right. Thank goodness we run this on 2 different machines because we didn't update this one. All right. So, I think we are ready for that. Can I, hang on. I think I can just go, whoops.
Just a little backstory as well, because a lot of people don't know. ClandeShivExilerstiny is the third and essentially final game that Trilobite released. 7th Guest was a massive success, sold about 2 million units. 11th Hour, not so good, about 500,000 to 1 million. This barely touched 100,000. It was, and you can kind of see why.
Still not the worst sales of a trilobite game.
No, which game was that?
Uncle Henry's Playhouse. And how many copies did that sell?
It sold less than 20.
And do we know anyone who has a copy of
We
those?
do. Who has a copy of that?
Me.
No, but you could see which way the trend was going. And unlike the 7th Guest and the 11th Hour, ClandeShivExilerstiny was very much, although it's pretty much just an asset, really, of 7th Guest and 11th Hour. You will see a lot of its fingerprints over it, but this was more aimed towards a younger market.
Yeah.
But no, unless you have you two have any insightful comments on Shivers or...
I'll
No.
explain the categories as we go along, and I will start when I click on Brave here. And are we ready for countdown in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we are in an abandoned castle in Scotland, in the Scottish Highlands, that we as Americans have inherited. Every room has a puzzle, and every door has a puzzle leading into the room. So we will see both actual puzzles and... hang on. Who? We'll pretend that I don't usually have those as my splits, and therefore should definitely know them by heart. Hang on. This one goes here, this one goes here, and we take a small tour here. We rearrange some soups. They really like soup in this series. There's soup puzzles and soup cutscenes all throughout this game. We now do a long walk over here, over here, over here, over here. And that is it. Very nice. Okay, cool. Another one. This one is free because it's literally free. So these are all little word clues that are quite nice. And then you have some things like here that are supposed to give you an insight into the culture. So in this case, it is Cullen Skink is best served hot. And then for some reason, but haggis served is better not, which is absolutely bonkers. No. But yeah, so this is the kind of quality that the research about the Scottish culture that the game developers have done, and we will see that culminate in the final puzzle later. So for now, we're just on an easy mode. We're just going to say Scotland, if I can spell it, L-A-N-D. So in good old Trilobite tradition, I don't know if I want to call them environmental puzzles, but the puzzles in the game are very unique. usually, I think we go here and here and here. And they are good fun to figure out on your own. They're not easy, but they are good fun to figure out. I just said that. If you have something you'd like to read, go ahead while I try to focus on the next few moves. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much, Doc Shocks. We have £5 from the 13th doll saying, who's next, Doc Shocks? Is it me?
Oh no.
Will
oh,
I
no,
be
no.
at the next event?
Oh no.
You know it has to happen.
Oh, no.
I'm as inevitable as the dawn. Thank you very much, 13th doll. We have £10 from Dot Matrix saying, "Oh, kind of noon, Hootsman! You dare come to the land of proud Scotch warrior tribe and play ClandeShivExilerstiny, the most horrendous depiction of Scotland in all of video games. Oh, you show courage! You are a true Highlander!"
That's very good. Very good reading.
Round of applause for that. Right.
And they are not
did
wrong. This
not
game is full of Scottish stereotypes.
Yes,
so-
yes. Right. We now need to go up to the tower and where the door puzzle is simply the. And then we have a sliding puzzle. I do love my. Everyone who knows me knows that I love my sliding puzzles, but I have messed this up more than I'd like to admit. There we go. Okay, cool. Then we go back and we have another word puzzle after a little cutscene. There we go. Right, this is just a substitution cipher, and it's a very slow one. So, if you have anything else, or if there's any comments from my commentators, go ahead while I work my way through this one.
It's, as I said, ClandeShivExilerstiny is a very, very unusual game, and I'm not as. If you're familiar with, I know I'm semi-repeating myself, but if you're familiar with the 7th Guest or 11th Hour, you're just seeing it all over this. But this is really kind of, I mean, the only key difference is that this didn't have FMV. It had animated sequences there. They exist. They have. It has a very motley cast of characters. As most of them, for better or worse, just kind of your stereotypical. Here is your Scottish cast. But it is a fun game, and I think actually in terms of the overall finished product, it's better than the 11th Hour. Certainly not as good as the 7th Guest, but I think it is better than the 11th Hour.
It is definitely easier to play than the 11th Hour. And we have another note for hosts, so go for it. Dave! Oh no, I'm gonna have to play 13th doll.
Oh, very nice.
Later levels, thank you so much. Oh no, that's not part of the sequels. That is a different developer. That is a, yes, it's also Haunted Mansion. We might submit that at some point. But yeah, that is not my favorite series of all time.
I think we may need to explain as well. The 13th Doll was a fan-made sequel to the 7th Guest franchise. Even yours truly was moderately involved in its creation.
Indeed.
But it's not a very good game.
I remember being part of a pretty, we'll say spirited discussion about that game the last event I was at. Yeah. There's people have some opinions.
The music in 3 of the rooms in it is excellent.
That's 3 rooms. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right, so we now go to the chapel. The chapel has where we play Othello against an AI. So let me in the chapel, please. There we go. And this AI can cheat by actually placing absolutely bonkers illegal moves. But thankfully we found like a 6-move solution that basically extinguishes him. We now go to the first optional puzzle, which is this shield. So there are 2 puzzles in this game which are optional. All others have to be solved or skipped using the in-game hint function.
I've only just noticed, sorry, this music is from the 11th Hour as well, isn't it? That wasn't... That's not.
it?
Yeah, that's not
It
original
might have
music.
been. It might.
Sorry.
Oh yes, you might be right. What I was saying, right? So the category for this game, therefore, is this is is all puzzles brave percent, which means we play in the brave category, which has the hardest puzzles, and we play all puzzles, which means we also play the 2 optional puzzles. So if you ignore what just happened, if you had an original copy of Windows, I believe 98, then you will have seen this puzzle with just black and white dots. But it's a standard leapfrog puzzle. We go here, we go here. Now, what could this be? All right, this is Destiny. So we did double the S here, send that over. So what the game wants you to do is take, like here, the 20th letter, the 14th letter of the alphabet, but you can just substitute whatever you like.
And I think we best let the hosts say what they want to say.
We
might drown at this point.
Sorry, go ahead, Toast. Give us...
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tech has informed me that the last 2 messages I read out have not been heard by Twitch chat, so I'll need to read them again.
Oh, yes, please do.
Go for it.
We had the £50 donation from Kim and Pete saying, "Great work, everyone. Noticing a lack of Dark Fall from Dark Shock Stow." And we
the greatest miss game.
And we had a £10 donation from Dave Afro saying, "Regrettably, you seem to have accidentally left out the 13th doll. It's okay, Shocks. There's always next time. Love from the Panda Sanctuary, Lesson 3.
Right.
And I'll be sure to press the right button next time.
That goes here. So now we have a gear puzzle that absolutely totally makes sense, because what we need to do is basically put them onto 2 different racks. Now, Pete in chat will debate whether or not that is actually a gear or a cog. So basically all we want to do is we sort them one way all the way down and then the other way all the way up. And if you know a little bit about how gears work, you can't have 2 different gear shift ratios on the same, especially you can't have 5 different on the same axes. But yeah, I mean, in this game it works. I mean, who are we to question in a haunted mansion? This is how the gear shifts work. Why is there a gear shift in the castle anyway? Right. This is an educational game, so I learned this wonderful word from this game. If I could spell it, I still can't spell it.
You clearly did not learn it well enough.
No, I have to play it more. Man, is there still more to read, or is that left unintended? There we go. And this word I actually knew before playing this: strangulations.
Plurals
that sounds
as well.
weird.
Yeah, that's good. Wow.
All right, so we are coming up on the near the end of the first game. This is Slays, but there's 2 more games to go. All right, I need to focus a little bit. So we begin with runes, then we have an arrow, a Polish L, an integral, more runes, a tree, runes, a flag, another flag. Sorry, I need mnemonics for this, otherwise it is basically impossible. Right, and then we see the final puzzle of the game, which we will see again later. So this is 10 fragments of, or 12 fragments of voice lines, or partial voice lines in different Scottish accents, given to us by American voice actors, which is absolutely very annoying to figure out. So this is, out of all the puzzles in this game, this one is actually a very annoying one to solve on your own, but that is that one done. We will, however, see this puzzle again at the very end of this run, where we will summon the Scottish Council, and they have to solve it for us. Right, we move on to... I believe Exile, and I just want to open Notepad real quick and demonstrate what we're going to do here. So you know when in Notepad or other text editors, when you hold a button, that it will first skip one and then make a whole series of that, and that is basically the tech that we are going to use in this game, which we can full screen and new game. Right, so this is Myst Exile in the best ending category. Don't save, and we... go, and so we are going to use... Oh, hang on, we do need... Hang on, go away, go away!
We call it Tamana.
Yes, I know we call it Tamana. You've invited me to Tamana. Where's subtitles on. There we go. We need that for a puzzle later. Right, okay, so we go into Atreus' office. No, stop. All right, we go into Atreus' office again. We open the Riven book. We go to Relishan. Relishan is being stolen by this guy, played by Brad Dourif. And now we have, as always, puzzles to solve. We begin by spinning this for no reason whatsoever. And then we go all the way down here. So you will see me zooming throughout this this map every now and again, and we quickly click that twice. Then we come to our first audio puzzle where we have this this little friend here, a squee, and we will amplify his sound by aiming this flower at him. That will make other plants go up and therefore create a bridge. That's just this logic.
Doing this for no reason sums up my missed experience. To be
I was
honest.
gonna say that checks out.
Where's the mat? There. We need to pick up this book, otherwise this does not work. We need to fix this mechanism, because in Myst we always need to fix mechanisms, because for some reason people just leave these things in non-working conditions. We should send some OSHA people in there. Right. This all is fine. We need to activate all 4 of them, and then technically last time I messed this up. Let's not overdo this. We're not trying to break the world record here. We are just demonstrating the beauty of these 3 puzzle game series. Right, we go here, we click this, and we... Oop, not quite right. So these will go open. So basically, so Atreus has these 2 sons, right? Remember from the first game, and... oh, no, open that. And they basically screw up everything. And they also basically murdered this guy's family and the entire island and everything he lived on. And so he decided to take revenge on Atreus, the father of the children, because, yeah, that's fair. Instead of Atreus following him, we followed him, and therefore we now need to fix all the mistakes. Oh, thank goodness. Right, we're coming into the first age, which is the age of Edana. This is arguably the visually most confusing age, but also the most beautiful, because the other 2 ages are more like mechanical, puzzle-wise. This is all nature. So we will actually be interacting with plants and well, it's not real plants, like they have like lenses in them and everything, and they make other bubbles explode, like this one. Come on, there we go. But you know, the idea is really cool. We use one of them as a staircase. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it that one? Sure.
Looks pretty good.
There we go. Okay, cool. Now we need to carry around this bubble with a fish for multiple sections. There it is. And now we need to do another squee puzzle, if we can find it. There we go. Yeah, a lot of this will look a little bit chaotic, and it is also chaotic to me. So this is really, really difficult to navigate through. We need to catch a squee in here, but we don't actually need to catch it. We place the bait. We move the bait so that squee actually doesn't get caught and can run away and scream. And we know that when a squee screams that he will activate and blow up certain bubbles, as we have seen when we were building that bridge. Where's the lever? There it is. Cool. Now the bridge is free, and we can go to the second part of this age. I think we're fine. Right. I've messed this up so many times. Right, so we now need to put the fish into this bubble. Hang on. Put fish in bubble, please. Fish is in bubble, very good. Right, now a little bit of time save is when we first align this flower for this leaf, and then align the... Oops. Excuse me.
Careful.
Excuse me. Wait, where? Wait. There. Okay. Then aim this over there. We're now funneling the light from one plant to another to the leaf, which will activate the leaf and make it move. Now, where's the fish bubble? There. Cool. These are really, really difficult to find. Right, so we go up here, we aim another plant at another plant with a lens in it, and then we go back down, all in order to burst another one of these bubbles with a fish in it. Where am I? I am here. We go up here. Don't put it back. Right, and now this should trigger a cutscene. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Right, we skip that, we bring that back. That basically is the trigger for me to know, okay, everything worked. We're good to go to the third part of this age. There are sometimes do not find this entrance, because everything just looks the same in this age. Now this one I kind of need to focus. I think I'm already wrong. I need to go down here. Yeah, there we go. Come on, there we go. Go up here and aim another one of these flower aimers, light aimers, and I need to aim it low, otherwise it doesn't work right now. Click, 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 zip, zip, fork. Okay, cool. If I don't do this, I will absolutely get lost in this age. Right, so if everything happened, then we now need to boop the flower and, oops, enter the root, and then we'll be carried away by the pigeon thing. Right. Oh, I do not like what I see. I like that. There we go. Come on. No, 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 no. Go back up. Go back up. Go. There, and now click on... Where's the thing? Where's the thing? There we go. Oh, God, it worked. Okay, cool. That was basically the hardest part of the run out of the way. We can now get... This is what we're actually here for, this pattern, which is part of a so-called Narayan poem, and we will see more of those Narayan poems later. Narayan is the age where Savidro, the antagonist of this game, was from. We are going to now solve more puzzles on the way to the next age called Amateria. So the next linking book is in here, so we need to make space, get the barrel out of the way so we can open the door, which is a set combination we can just rattle off. Go. Then we need to realign that ladder so we can actually climb out of it and up here. We open the door and oh no, the floor is gone. So no, we have to find a different way of doing that, and we're just going to roll this barrel that we have here that was in the way earlier to fill in the gap that and will then serve as a floor. It is a little bit slow, but it's good fun still. Something is going on with chatters.
Get off of our game,
all right.
Tech.
Right. So, that last input did not register. We'll just wait. Right, left, right, right. Go. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. I mean, if anything interesting is going on in chat, do let me know. Down and right, down and up, left. Yes. Okay, cool. So, Amateria, visually, definitely the most impressive age, for reasons we will find at the end of Amateria. So this one has also 3 distinct puzzles. I messed that up a little bit. And also with set solutions. Basically, we're going to see a marble run through some rails, and if we mess up, then the marble explodes and we have to do everything again. But this one should be fine. This is called the spider, and the only reason we know it's the spider is because we know it from the game files. We have a couple of moments until this puzzle finishes. Otherwise, there's 2 more puzzles coming, and we are also coming to the first place where I know the game can crash, but I would have to mess up pretty badly in order for that to crash, right? I'm definitely not going to jinx that, right? I mean, that's what we have safety saves for, right? So we go here, okay, and 5. This is basically a countdown. We go, come on, move. All right, this is 4. This, and then we have the zip nodes enabled, and then we can have 3, and we go straight through to 2, and then we go left to 1. Very good, and then we go straight. Yes, okay, cool. This should be fine, but this is definitely the most terrifying one of those 3. There should be a ladder here. There is no ladder here, okay. Let's find the ladder. Where's the ladder? Ladder? Hello? Ladder? Ladder? There. Oops. All right, I went a little bit too far. Okay, cool. We are here. We send that up, and then we send the next marble on its way. And so basically, each of these 5 host spots has a trigger that will silence one of the vibrating gates that are there. And if you don't silence them in the right order, then the marble will shatter. And so the marble did not shatter, so that's good. That's 2 out of 3. And of course, it now needs to revert everything because they wouldn't bother putting an actual ending, so they actually just made everything go backwards for the ending, which I guess is fine. Up next, we have the 3rd puzzle, which is a weights puzzle and a bit of, I don't know, we take 1 iron and 2 wood, so it's exactly like Minecraft. And we go here, go to the fulcrum puzzle, here, go up here, move that to the middle. And there's several clues to this puzzle strewn throughout this island and another on how to solve this, but we've just solved it, and we now get to see the payoff. I mean, we are close. As soon as I can find my way up here, that is not the way up.
This is
I
the
know
best
this game.
experience.
There
for
we
me.
go.
It's like,
There
where
we
am
go.
I?
Yeah.
Where am I going?
All right.
Where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah. All right. So
I can click this.
three more patterns to enter. Hello? There we go. This should work. Or is this upside down? Let's find out. No, this is right. And the 2 bridges. No. Yes. Okay, cool. So one more twisty, weird, slidey puzzle. And then we can... excuse me? Wow. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Right, so this has a set solution, and we are now ready to... So this is a cutscene which we will not skip. We could skip it, but it is the payoff of everything that is happening here. We have aligned all of the rails. We've solved all of the puzzles. So now a marble can roll all the way through the entire thing. Uh-oh. We are going to be inside of that marble. So, in other words, if we mess up those puzzles, then we would shatter onto those cliffs. But, of course, definitely that is not going to happen. Right, so now we are actually going... Woo! Yeah, yeah! We can do the same thing as in Riven. There we go. Into the pagoda, I guess, and through here into... Oh, right, this is the weights and balances puzzle, so the fulcrum... Whoa! Oh, well, it doesn't roll as well on rock, I guess. There, we're putting the counterweight on, and the lever will make sure that everything is poorly plain. Shoutouts to the Cyan logo, that's right there, hidden in plain sight.
I hope everyone else is doing this, or you're
Yes,
breaking my
exactly.
immersion.
Everyone do this at home. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Maybe the marble will shatter. Please, please, we need your... Focus your energy, Son Goku. Right, and now we go into the spider, and arguably this one probably has the highest G forces, because we need to get basically jumped out of these like this. And one more time. There we go. And one more time. There we go. All right. Then we finally come through the pagoda one more time. We are racing through this, and now there is these 3 bridges that are missing at the end. Do you see those patches in between the bridges missing? If we did everything right, then these should fill up right now and now and now. There we go. Hey, right.
There we go.
Right. And why did we do all this? To get this Narayan poem. Cool. So that was definitely worth it. So what I think is that this basically is an homage to the transport mechanisms that they have in Riven, and they wanted to demonstrate that they can do that as well. And I think it's pretty cool. It definitely paid off. I really like this section. Right, we have a 3rd H to go through, so we need to rotate another couple more things. We need to rotate this 4 times. 1. So basically, there are these light stations with mirrors, and we have to send them all throughout the island, and then at the end they will give us a beautiful rainbow and another puzzle where we have to basically enter the order in which they were in there. Do we hit this yellow once or twice? Let's try once. Right, let's go down here, go up here. Okay, that was good. Now I need to remember the combination. I think it should be this. There we go. And then we go to Voltaic.
How many A's in that?
17. If you just see the save game files. Yes! Oh, okay, good. Right. Okay, cool. So this is more... right, here you can actually see the running in full effect, right? So we need to set these up. We need to skip the... Oh, did I hit that? Let's assume it worked. Let's just assume it worked.
It'll be
so
fine.
This is a lot more about physics and steampunk, if you will, because we're going to create steam... right, this one is up. In here from lava in the floor. So we move the lava out of the way in order to then make sure that the mechanism works. We put that down, we put that to the side, we put it further down. We activate this button that does things, you'll just have to believe me. We have the lava. We put it down, so now we put it up and over and up to remove the lava. Yes, and over. And then we go back up. Because we can't exit or enter this room while there is lava on the floor. While the floor is lava, we go here and we put it back up, right? And then we have lava, and there we go. Okay, cool. That's puzzle solved. We now go over here, and oops, we entered a little bit too far. We need to open the dam so we have power for the hydraulic part. We now need to crank up the crank, which will then allow us to start the water wheel out here. Cool. Now we can go to the Tesla puzzle. Again, the only reason we know it's Tesla, it's called Tesla puzzle, is because of the game files. Now, there are so many ways to optimize this. Oh, H-I-I-H. So this is here, and then this is here. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to do this a little bit faster. So this is pure RNG, and you can basically, so these are 3 individual wheels, and you need to find the right position for all 3 of them. But some of them have identical starting positions, despite them being on different parts of the wheel. So there is a chance that you get one of those patterns and you can't even know on what part of the wheel you are. Thankfully, that does not bother me because I am not optimizing that to this degree currently. Now, where do we go from here? I think we're going to let a balloon fly. Nope, not here. We are going over here. Oh, the steam puzzle, yes. Right, so now we see, yes, all 3 are closed, so we can go up this lever, and we close this. Do we close 3? I think we close 3. So 1 and 2. So we need to basically get this pressure gauge, which is obviously a pressure gauge, exactly to the red spot. And so these will all give 4 units of pressure, so it will allow this elevator to go a bit higher. Now these will add or remove exactly 1 unit, and that is, for parity reasons, we need exactly 1 of them. Then we open 1 of these, we go further down, and then we open 3 more, and then the pressure gauge, oops, there we go, will go right down to the red line. Exactly. And then this thing works. We have now inflated the Zeppelin, like we inflated Howlin' at Mike earlier. Why does it not work? There we go. Okay. Will that mess things up that I hit that vent, that valve again? Well, we're going to find out. Okay, so the rest is just a sequence of levers and going into the Zeppelin, blimp, dirigible, whatever you want to call it. Why are there 3 different words for that? Anyway. Right. And
I'm
then we
sure there's probably a really technical difference.
Chat's going off right now, yeah.
How dare he call a blimp a dirigible?
Hashtag cancelled. Okay, cool. So with that, we have all 3 Narayan poem fragments, so we can now put them into the imager. We look at the imager, we look at the Fabergé egg in the middle, and we look at the bridge that we're constructing. And then we're going off to Narayan, where we're finally going to meet Brad Dourif, aka Savidro. So, this island is completely devoid of energy, and so there are these 2 protective barriers, which basically mean Savidro is trapped, and we are trapped as well. What he doesn't know is that we have this book from Atris, which has these Narayan poems, and funnily enough, we have exactly all the translation of Narayan in order to... I don't know why those are the poems and passwords that exactly translate to giving energy or removing...
I know why.
Yes, go ahead.
Convenience.
Ah, convenience. Exactly.
Something,
that must
something
be it.
missed.
Yeah, something missed. Yeah, exactly. This should be this. This should be... is this right?
Yeah, for anyone curious, Shox is actually doing this off memory.
I'm doing my best. So technically I could peek down here, but I'm going to try. But these will only give half of the answers. So this is the drop. This is this one, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Yes. Okay, that's the first one.
Very nice.
First of 4. This one is the shamrock, or flower, or whatever. This and here, and then we have 2 circles. This one's easy to remember, thank goodness. There we go, because this pattern is just this one rotated, so we get the same circle, the same stuff here, the same stuff here. And this is super fun to do under time pressure. If you're aiming for PBs, and this should be... Ooh. Can I peek? No, I cannot peek, so this is not one of them. What did I do wrong? Pretty sure this is... Oh, this. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Next is apple. This is the apples. Apple starts here. Here. Nope. Here. There we go. That and that. Apple is here and here, I speedrun with mnemonics, okay? And you'll see that in Shivers later that I really need mnemonics in order to keep me sane here. But it doesn't have to make sense to you, it just has to make sense to me.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So that's the first gate opened. We now. Oh no! I didn't forget it. I didn't forget it, everyone. We did actually get. I am often criticized for forgetting the Tomana book here. This doesn't mean much to you, but this is. I'm very proud that I remember. Okay. Right. Otherwise, you have to get it later. Right. One more Narayan poem. We go here. We go here. We build this, and then we have the two umbrellas. One of them is here and here. Yada 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 da 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 da. And this one. Oh, there we go. 4 for 4. There we go.
Yeah,
okay,
very good.
Right now, the outer gate is opened, and Savidra notices. Oh shit! Oh, sorry. Oh shoot! Apologies. I'll donate 10 to charity. There might actually be a way out of here. Right. So, of course, we now turn off the power and lock him outside. So now he still has our book hostage. We now need to convince him to give it to us. If we try anything else, like trusting him or so, he'll just throw it down the cliffs. But now we are in a position of power, and he is not happy about it.
And many will recognise the actor. It's the same actor that does Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings. So.
Yes.
And he does the voice of Chucky from Child's Play as well.
All right. He's also in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
He is?
Nest? Or is it? Or
Oh,
was it
no,
Brooklyn?
no.
I don't
I
remember.
know what you mean,
Anyway,
though, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
I'm just going to scream it out as soon as it... He is an actor.
he is an actor, and he's a great actor.
Trust us.
I absolutely love this scene coming up, which we could skip, but we definitely do not want to skip. It is such a great scene, because all of the last, I don't know, 3 ages he was tormenting us, and now he is completely helpless.
Leave me trapped here like this. I can't. No! 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 No!
Yeah. All right, he's not happy. Right, but we finally have Rilishan. We now need to remember to send the lever over to the other side and free him outside, because if we forget to do that, we open this gate and he's very angry and follows us with a hammer. So we don't want that.
Have you got a hammer at me?
We give power, we free him, we go back to Tomana with Rilishan, and that ends the mist run. And now we go to Shivers. Oh, we didn't check a name. Quick, a word with 8 letters or fewer.
Banana.
Banana. This is the banana run. All right. So this is Shivers. Shivers is a point-and-click adventure from Sierra. It is a very good point-and-click adventure. It has puzzles, which is basically all I need to like a game. But it also has some very, very cool features. So this is an abandoned museum. We don't know why it was abandoned, and we've been sent in here on a dare to figure out what happened to this abandoned museum, why it was never opened, etc. So we are making our way through the back doors to get into this museum. I should really know this one better than I do. This is wrong. This is right. That looks good. That looks good. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. So we first skip coming up. Come on. And nope, I missed it. Right. This saves, I don't know, like 7 seconds or something. Ooh, missed it again. Right. My hands are cold. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So the concept of this game is that people, 2 students or something, broke into the museum, found all the exhibits of Southern America, found those pots, broke them open, and let loose 13 so-called Exupi that are elemental ghosts that will try to kill everyone in sight. We have to try to survive and put them back into their place.
I have fun facts about this game. Would you like to hear them? You probably know them.
Go ahead.
This wasn't actually intended to be a horror game originally. It was going to just be an interactive museum. But then Sierra thought...
Oh, that's one of the Exupis, by the way. Go on.
If we record a few bits of FMV and make this a horror game, we can actually make more money out of this.
Ken Williams all over that one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Shout-outs to the Williams.
And it's the first Sierra game to have a full orchestrated score as well.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
I am out of fun facts.
Out of fun facts.
And they were not very fun.
Right.
Girl in the
I
tower
don't
in
like
this
this pattern. I'll try a different one. That I don't like it either, but we'll deal with it.
How much to get Shocks to sing Girl in the Tower? That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
here we go. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, nice. This is not a King's Quest game. We will not be singing. Well, we will be singing the Anansi Spider song, I guess. And anyway, right. So the way this works is that the Ixupi have now taken all of those pot pieces and strewn them all throughout the museum. So we are going to randomly find pot pieces, top and bottom, put them together, and then catch them like Pokemon. So this game is almost completely randomized, which means the only consistent things are this ash top piece, which is really good for demonstrating, and the ash bottom piece, which we're going to pick up in a moment. And then everything else is randomized. However, that wasn't enough for the community, so Godfire together with Symbol wrote a full randomizer, then added on top of that a room randomizer, and then on top of that put that into Archipelago. So if you can't get enough of randomizers, Shivers is the place for you. It also removes one of the very... there was a chance for a skip here, but I forgot about it. Right. It also removes a very annoying puzzle that we are actually going to play because we are playing the FIRNSS category, which means full Ixupi run, which means we're catching all of the Ixupis with nothing else, so no other randomizer on top. NSS is no sound storage. So there is this wonderful glitch where you can add up to 5 sound files at the same time, at which point no other sound file can load, which... means that if there's an animation that can't be skipped, we just caught an Ixupi, that animation just doesn't play, and we can run all throughout the museum and skip all kinds of stuff, which is amazing, but also gives a lot of potential to softlock, because if you then try to add another, by getting another sound stuck, then it will crash. I don't quite remember right now. This was Crystal. Crystal is in the workshop, and I will try to come up with a mnemonic for that on my way to the tower. Crystal, oh no, let's actually check the head first. In the head. We have wax in the head because the wax in the head, wax in the ears like in Atlantis. You know the drill. Odysseus had to put wax in his ears to prevent himself from going crazy with the sirens. In the library we have wax! That's amazing! Oh wow, we can... Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to remember that mnemonic. Because that was a stretch.
There, yeah.
Right, okay, so we thankfully immediately found the wax top and bottom piece, so we can combine them. And there is wax candles in the library, so we can immediately capture it. Now, they aren't always where they're supposed to, and in that case we have to re-roll or respawn them, and there are specific respawn points where you can find them. And basically, so we're going to go in and out until we hear the music, and we're just going to have to do that until the Ixupi appears. Now, wax isn't usually that spawn averse, but I suppose there are 3 spots or 2 spots, I'm not entirely sure. So the probability of finding the Ixupi in a location is basically the number of locations, 1 divided by the number of locations. There we go. We hear the music, that means we have an Ixupi. And we have an Ixupi, we catch an Ixupi. We are now going to go up to the tower. We need to go up to the tower with an empty hand because it is very far to go there and we don't want to make that trip twice. There is some parts of... Apologies. Some parts of progression lock, in particular the cloth and the oil. Right now I need to focus. Right. So the oil is going to block the hell passage, and the cloth is going to block its own individual... what have I done? Its own individual candles to the wall, its own individual piece of pot piece underneath the fabric. Put that here, put that here. Where are the candles? Here and here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So, if you've seen PhantasMystgoria, you will recognize this theater because it is...
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that is exactly...
That's
I
the
mean,
one.
except for maybe those Egyptian features, but that is like almost one-to-one that theater. I don't mind because it's a cool theater. Now, we could optimize that, but this is... We're just gonna roll it. So what we're trying to spell is the word Jeffrey, which is the nephew of Sir Hubert Windlenot, who owns this museum / owned this museum, because we technically could have seen his corpse on the other side of the river, but we just Ray. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Right, now, one of the more rare random events is the shadows here. Do we get the shadows? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? No shadows. Very good. Oh, hang on. That was 2. Right, so we do 2 here and another 4 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we hear the bells? Yes. Okay, good. Right, and we have water. Okay, we have sharks. Okay, so B2, and this is the Anansi spider song, which unlocks a puzzle later down the line. Right, now, because everything is complete, well, because the pot pieces are fairly random, the routing of this game is fairly dynamic. So I have to basically adopt to the information that I get on the fly. So I know, for example, water can be caught both upstairs and downstairs. So there's several floors in this game, and we need to carry stuff up and down and need to route accordingly. And if host would like to say something.
I would. We have a couple of donations here. We've got £15 from Pokemon 7 with no comment. And we have £10 from
Sorry,
Big the Dave saying, catching ghosts in a spiky old building? Is this Luigi's Museum?
Yes. This is Luigi's Museum. That is Sand in the Theater. Sand in the Theater. Okay, because Sandman is the play Sandman is playing in the theater. Right. Big the Dave, I hope you're nearby because we need you later. Right, so we are going to carry water up. Is there anything else we need to do down here? I don't think so. Right, so we're now going to check Egypt. So what do we know? What was in the workshop? Crystal is in the workshop, and where were we just now? Sand is in the theater. Thank you. Right, now we solve this one, which should be this, and then on the other side is... no? Yes, okay, good. Right, sand in the theater, and we have here metal. I think I want to leave water in here for no reason whatsoever, because water, Egyptians invented the current, and therefore water in Egypt. That's just an easier mnemonic for me, and it doesn't have to make sense, it just has to be memorable. Now, this is super fun to play casually, but it's so annoying to speedrun, because you can so easily misclick one that you've already had. There we go. Okay, goodness. Cool. There are 6 skull dials throughout the museum, and they all have to match a certain color. So we've got the first one coming up right here, which is this one, and we need to set it to blue. And if we set them all up correctly, then we will be able to go to the final part of the game that is progression locked. Now we have another puzzle in here. This is what I call China. We have Chinese checkers, that Cracker Barrel puzzle, Halma, Solitaire, whatever you want to call this. But
annoying.
Annoying, yes, indeed. I have my own set solution. I think every player has their own solution that they use for this. But I like this because I can now double click all the way around here. There we go. Go here, go here. Shoutouts to Gelly. That's an inside joke. I hope he doesn't hate me. Right, and that's that. And we have water. Do I want to bother? Do I want...
Water's in Egypt.
Water's in Egypt and in China now. I don't think I want to bother with that. Ramta boba ta ramba. There we go.
Yep, that makes sense.
We can put in an Easter egg maybe with Rambo.
I like Chinese food.
There we go. There we go. Okay, now I will need some serious time in a moment. Here's the second red skull. The second skull we set to red, and now it's the lyre, which is basically a worse version of the banjo we saw here, and I will be serious mode. So you all get entertained. What was that? 273. All right, and I will have to focus
concentrate.
on this.
Yeah, I will be of no help during this, I'll tell you what.
No. Host, if you have anything you'd like to read, you've got a solid bit of time on your hands.
Yep, just want to give a wee word about our charity. All of the money we are supporting, 90% of it goes towards Crisis, and the other 10% goes towards UKSG itself to make future marathons even better. Crisis are the national charity for people experiencing homelessness. At Crisis, we work side by side with thousands of people each year, as we find ways out of homelessness.
Going.
I've got nothing really to add at this point. I'm too nervous that I'll put you off.
Yeah, this is
It's Simon Says, for anyone who's curious about the puzzle, if you haven't figured it out already. It's Simon Says, not dissimilar to the piano in the original Seventh Guest. It's just one of those that if you make a mistake, you're back to the start.
Start from the beginning, right? Yeah, it is truly the banjo from Curse of Monkey
The banjo, exactly.
My arch nemesis, Van Helgen.
1/7. 2/7. Oh God! All right. We're still good. 3 more. 7. 1 7 7, or is it 1 7? 1 7 4 4 1 1 1 8 1.
Oh.
We're gonna pen and paper. I need a pen. We're gonna write this down.
Don't know if I have a pen.
Right.
If it's in here, yeah.
5. I tried.
No, it was a good attempt. That is
right there.
after a certain point, you know, you can only remember so much. It's
I couldn't believe it was happening. Oh, thank you.
I was having to actually resist grabbing a pen at one point.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I tried.
Well, who doesn't love a harp solo?
It is. It's beautiful.
Now he's got a pen host. You can read something else if you'd like. To be honest, you've got a whole minute, I would say.
Yeah.
This is absolutely brutal.
Thank you very much. I would just like to speak a little bit more about Crisis, the charity that we are supporting. Crisis operates 9 skylights in Birmingham, Brent, Croydon, Edinburgh, London, Merseyside, Newcastle, Oxford and South Wales. At our skylights, we provide practical one-to-one support to prevent and end homelessness by taking a housing-led approach, supporting access to benefits, healthcare services and employment opportunities. Our main aim is to relieve the huge pressure of homelessness by helping people find safe and affordable homes as quickly as possible. Anyone who contacts our services gets a response from the engagement and assessment team based at the relevant skylight. If Crisis is best placed to help, the member will be allocated a crisis lead worker who they'll have consistent relationship with and who will support the member out of homelessness for good. We also work with landlords to secure a supply of affordable homes for our members.
Excellent, excellent. And I'll just take this opportunity to tell Shocks I will most definitely be using a pen and paper for our race in Mickey's Adventure on Sunday morning. Because, yeah, I kind of lost my place probably around the next two. I kind of lost it. There was absolutely no consistency in that pattern at all.
I mean, you did better than me. I was like, oh, well, there's more than 2 of these? Oh, jeez. Yeah. These are always rough. This is, I did that curse run last night, and it is such a jarring moment when you have a memory puzzle in the middle of a run like this, because you kind of are in kind of a rhythm, you're getting through stuff, you're parsing all the information, and then suddenly it's like, okay, now you need to forget everything, and then just think about
Clear your mind.
Yeah, and then right after it, you're back into it again, so it's definitely a huge challenge.
And I regularly do, for puzzles like this, have a pen and paper handy.
Yeah, you got to.
It's just too stressful to try and commit it to memory.
Yeah.
And they're designed to be like that as well. They're not really designed for you to actually memorize. I mean,
Yeah.
if you really concentrate, you can. But no, right. If you're going to do puzzles like this, write the solution as you go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the other thing that's pretty cruel about this one is it's not like you just have to do a couple of them and you kind of prove to the game, I get it, I get the puzzle. Yeah. It's like, no, you need to do it a lot of times here. Satisfying push.
All right.
There we go.
Let's go.
First time.
Right. And now you know why we. Oh, I didn't come here and why we use.
Well, we'll get. Hang 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
There you
So,
go.
and now we know why we use a randomizer to patch this particular puzzle out of the run. Right. Okay. We have power in the lyre because there's power ballads that you can play on the lyre. That's very weak, but I'm going to try with it. All right. Do we deal with water now? Do we even want to carry? Well, we could.
There's water in Egypt.
There's water in Egypt and in. Actually, that's a good point. We're going to combine them, but and we're going to carry it up. Okay, so metal is now in China because of China's great development during the Great Leap, where they made all kinds of smelting. Yes, they had their local smelteries, and it failed horribly.
It did,
but it was still
millions died. But yeah. Sorry.
Right. On that note, let's rotate another skull dial. Right, we now enter the back rooms, and we have something to read. Go for it.
Yes, we have a £5 donation from Baglar saying, "Liar, liar, pants on fire."
Very
with the
good.
words liar and fire spelt with a Y.
Very, very nice. Get some. We need some more puns. Give us some puns.
Yes, please.
In the chat
Give me
and in the
puns to read.
donations. Yes, please. Right. So this one, thankfully, has a very poor randomization, so we can just find the pattern that we know to look for, and just put them in as we go. Or not. There we go. And that goes here. Oops. So this is the alchemy machine. Let's see what's behind it. We have water with us, so we can capture water. Yeah, I think we're going to capture water, but let's see what's in here. We have wood. Okay, wood in alchemy. Because if you can burn wood, you get coal, and that's technically alchemy. We have a UFO puzzle here. Like I said, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be memorable. That's actually a good starting pattern. Cool. If I can remember, this goes here. Oh, that's it. Wow, that was a really good pattern. Okay, cool. Let's see. So we have wood in alchemy. That's oil in the UFO, but we'll take that with us in a moment, so we don't even need to bother with that. Oh, can we even capture water when cloth is not captured? Well, let's find out. No, I don't think so. Yeah, there's... All right, right, we could... All right, let's rotate the skull dial, shall we? That always clears out the mind.
Spin that wheel!
Let's rotate the board. Right, in the sarcophagus we have sand. That sucks. Right, we'll leave water here because we have to carry sand down anyway. Right, and we have now the Anansi Spider Song. This is a second music box that is for some reason connected to the other music box that's in the tower. And it will give like this animation of the story behind Anansi the spider and the salamander, and he's now carrying it like a bag of food or something, and now the salamander is gone. What happened? Anyway, he climbs up, and if we misclick now, we have to play the entire thing again. That is cloth. That is devastating. Okay, so what that means... Right, okay,
bad day for cloth, you know?
Yeah, bad day for cloth. Okay, so we have cloth and water where we want them. So that's good. Let's just... Right, you can't have oil behind that. That's metal. Okay, so let's... Okay, so we have to carry metal down. We have to carry sand down. What was in alchemy? Wood. We can technically catch wood here, but we need another... Oh, right, we need to bring oil with us because oil has the largest...
UFO oil.
UFO oil. There is now UFO sand because the aliens... The aliens landed on the beaches. Yes, we shall fight the aliens on the beaches and therefore sand. Right. Cool. I've got my history right. Okay, so we now go to the torture chamber, which is the part of every children's museum. And we're trying to abuse one more sound glitch, maybe, if we can get there in time. 1, 2, 0, and got it. Okay, cool. Oil! We've struck oil! Okay, we can go for another Easter egg. Nipple?
I'm not dead yet.
There we go. Okay. Apparently he's not dead yet. Now, do we explore what's down here? Yeah, let's do Simon Says now. Let's get that out of the way. So there's 2 more puzzles behind here. One is not Simon Says. Thank goodness. This is Mastermind, and we have a specific strategy that we need for this. 0. Right. This is called Dummy Trials. Oh, God. That's terrible. Okay. 12, which means there's a salamander here. And yum, 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 yum. Okay. Well, we at least
Does it,
know...
by Jove?
I'm
glad you explained that so
Yeah. No, I cannot explain this strategy on the fly. Okay, the spider is there, the salamander is there. Where's the other salamander? It might be here. Let's
just
find out.
adventure game sentences. You just kinda have to roll with it, right?
Right. That sucks. Okay.
I don't think this game's good for you, Sean.
Where could it
Tom's
be?
playing
Yeah. Absolutely. No, this game is not good for me. That is also not good. Wait, the spider was at the bottom, so that should technically be here. So that is gecko. We have this guy. We have a spider. We have another gecko, but we don't know where that is. So let's try for donkey. Nope. Definitely not here. Oh, there could be 2 donkeys, could there?
I mean, I ask myself that.
Every single morning. Well, let's put another donkey on top just in case there's 2 of them. There is 1 donkey, and the donkey... Where is the donkey? The donkey is surely here. Does that mean there's another gecko? So where would that be? On the bottom? Yes. Okay, good. So the gecko is here. The lizard is here. And here. The donkey is here. And the spider is on... top? Of course the spider's on top. Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, there's a one here. Oh, God, it was so obvious. So, if it was so obvious, why didn't you tell me?
No back seating.
That's right.
There we go. Blue, pink, purple. Blue, pink, green, red.
Good color
Pattern, orange.
Yellow, this is more in my scope.
Pink. This is Wolf's Nightmare.
It is.
Right, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, now let's see what's behind door number 3. And we have wood.
What's in alchemy?
Do we want to bother with that? Well, we need to go to hell anyway. All right, so we'll right.
As you
So
do,
wood is at the end of the hallway and in the UFO. No, that's sand. Somewhere up here. It's somewhere upstairs. Oh, right, in Anansi, right? Right. Anyway, it's somewhere upstairs. Oh, there it is. Yes, alchemy. Yes, because if you burn coal, burn fire, you get coal. Because that's how alchemy works. Right. Now that we have gathered the top and bottom part of the top of the oil piece, we can now go to hell and capture oil downstairs in hell. We have turned this one. We still need one more blue and one more yellow. One more yellow? Is there another yellow? There's 2 red, 2 blue. The green. All right, we're good. Right, so now there could be a chance that oil is here. It's unlikely. That's very good. That allows us to enter hell with another piece that we don't need. So that guarantees that we don't need to go through the hell backwards, I think. Right. So we now need to rotate another skull dial to blue. There we go. Oh god, we're already overestimated. Right, but I think most of the puzzles are dealt with.
No, you're not overestimate. You got 8 minutes.
Oh right, yeah, no, mentally. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
For everything else that is planned, we are probably going to be overestimate. Sorry, Skemmy. Right, we're raising that. We're now going to play another piano, but it's only a couple of notes. Thankfully, we have here. There we go. That opens that. And what is here? Cloth. Okay, cloth. That's fine, I suppose. Right, so we're gonna go upstairs, capture cloth, capture water in the toilet, I guess. And then wood. And so we do everything upstairs, and then we can carry down sand. Where was Crystal? Crystal was in the workshop and somewhere else. We might have... Is that Crystal? We'll find out.
I was going to say, I don't think you found a second crystal. I don't want to contradict you.
Then it might be that one, in which case we leave Crystal right where it is. That's actually quite nice, if this is Crystal. This is indeed Crystal. Okay, cool. Crystal is in hell.
Sure is hot here.
It sure. Right, we are going to carry cloth up and catch cloth and water upstairs, because the good thing about catching cloth upstairs, actually, cloth is the easiest to capture, despite it having multiple, I think 3 or 4 capture sites. 2 of them give you a guaranteed catch, which is very convenient, because obviously the one cloth piece that has a pot piece behind it cannot ever be not there, because otherwise you could just steal that pot piece. So whenever you go there, you're always guaranteed to be able to catch cloth. Nothing in here, right? Because we took oil from here. We put sand, UFO, fight them on the beaches. Yes. Okay. We then go down here. We had cloth and Anansi. Right. We didn't need a mnemonic because
abstract metaphor, the game.
yeah, absolutely. And water is here. So now, do we even need the magic? No, let's not jinx it. All right. So cloth we can catch here. Oh, we also need to carry down metal. But
Metal's
we can
in China.
Metal is in China indeed, because of the Grand Leap. All right. So we have now captured cloth. We don't want to carry wood with metal with us right now, because we still need to capture water. Now let's hope that we don't need to respawn water, because respawning water is annoying. Yes, okay, cool. Right, the toilet ghost. And as you remember, when we were rowing a boat under the museum, that was the water Ixupi that took our life, and so we now get it back now that we've captured the water Ixupi Pokemon.
Wait, we have a life bar in this?
Yes, this is our health bar. Oh. And if you have no idea how this game is played, you will constantly die at the beginning. But if you know how this works, then the rest is fairly straightforward to know which symbol belongs to which pot piece. And where did we put metal? Behind cloth. Oh. Yeah, China as well. But of course we just caught it here. Right. We need to carry metal down, because metal can only be caught downstairs. We can still capture wood up here, so we do need to go to the magic hallway. Or do we? Can we go downstairs? I don't think so. I think we are actually going to... Yeah, we'll catch it up here. That way we can carry metal down. Where was the other sand? In hell? Question mark? Or was it here? No, that was oil. So there should be nothing left here. So everything I need to carry down... Yes, because Crystal was downstairs. And we already carried sand downstairs. Quick check. Have we been to hell yet? We have. So this is... Yes. Full skull down. Hello. Rotate, please. Hello. Oh, can you... What? Can you only do that after chopping the head? Anyway, probably in vanilla. I play vanilla too rarely. Right. Okay. So we catch wood in the magic hallway. So the magic hallway is a place of wonder and glory, where don't start singing "Girl in the Tower." Where because it has respawn rates, respawn places for I think up to 4 Xupi. It has wax. It has wood. It has water. Well, it doesn't need cloth, does it? Well, anyway, so let's see if we have our... Oh, we don't need the magic hallway at all. Cool. So with that, we've caught wood. There are 4 more Xupis left, minus power, which always has to be the last one if we're playing vanilla. So we only have to focus on metal, sand, and crystal, and all of these can be caught downstairs. So this is actually a really good seed. Okay, cool. Good thing I didn't mess it up with a liar. Okay, but this is actually quite fine. This is going quite well. Where we estimate? No. Where were they? We still have to go all the way down, say hi to Beth, and then go all the way up. And I do want to show the slide animation, so we do want that. So metal was in China, so we go to China. And then we capture metal, and then we remember that sand was, in fact, in the theater and in the
UFO.
Fantastic. All right, I forgot. Yeah, well, we can only carry. That's the problem. You can only carry 1 pot piece at a time. So you have no choice. I have to carry metal down, and I have to carry sand down. Right? Be nice. No. Okay. All right. So this is the most annoying part of the game: is respawning metal, because even though there's only 3 places he can be, he is the most stubborn to summon and reroll respawn. And I am clicking in the wrong positions. This is the screen that respawns him. There we go. Okay, cool. Whenever you hear that sound, you know there's an Xupi nearby. Right, so power's in the liar. Jesus. Oh, okay. We can route that together. We can bring power upstairs because we need it close to the... We just need it close to the path from the basement all the way to the top. And right now it's in the lyre, which is way out of its way. And so on the way up to catch sand, to go back down, we can place power in alchemy because the alchemy machine needs power. That's super weak. But we'll deal with it. I mean, it will be the last pot piece, right? I won't forget that, right? Well, we'll find out. Anyway, chat can remind me, or you two can remind me. Very good. Cool.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Crisis averted, responsibility avoided. Very good. Cool. So, sand is in the UFO, crystal is in hell and in the workshop. So everything is good, I think. We are basically in go mode if this was a randomizer, well, archipelago. Right, we go here, we have put power in. We need to remember to say hi to Beth. We need to remember to chop off the head, which is something I very, very often forget. And so there's a couple of things that are progression locked behind each other. So you can only say hi to Beth in the basement after you've captured 9 Xupi, which is why we can't say hi to Beth earlier, and we need to capture sand and crystal right now. We cannot catch power before we haven't said hi to Beth, because the last pot piece for power is hidden behind the slide, behind the button with the slide and the trapdoor. Theater. And that is only unleashed after we've chopped off the head, and we need to say hi to Beth before we chop off the head. Right. If you're taking notes at home, this will be on the test. Right. Okay, we have found sand. We now go to Atlantis, where we will catch sand. Oh, did we go to the maze again? I think... Or do we go backwards? No, I'm not gonna bother with that. We're just gonna slowly... do I want... It's probably... It's like it's a circle now, and can we go this way around the circle or this way around the circle? Well, we're gonna respawn. We're gonna spawn sand first, and then we'll see what happens. So... Nope, you're not here. The respawn point for this is this staircase. Nope, that's even one too far, but it still counts. There we go. I think we can hear it if it's here, but let's take that step just in case. So we go here. One more step there. That should be it. There we go. Oh, we need to take one more step. Okay, cool. So that is sand caught. Up next is Crystal. Crystal is in hell.
Yep.
And in the workshop. Cool. So let's just go through hell again. Or do we go backwards? Let's go through hell again. Fine. Okay. Cool. So we go through this maze again. Yeah, totally. Let's risk getting lost in here. That's totally the same. Was that a left turn? Yes, it was. Okay, good. Okay, so
Like Manhunter flashbacks, and it's not good right now.
as long as you don't get KGB flashbacks.
Yeah, seriously. Oh.
Right. So that's the bottom pot piece of crystal. Fun fact: you can look at items and you can rotate them, and that'll show you like where the pieces are cut off, which helps you find out which bottom piece belongs to which pot piece. Go for it, tech host. Sorry.
Thank you. We have a £5 donation from Bogloire saying cloth, sand, metal, water, oil. By your powers combined, I am Captain ClandeShivExilerstiny. Thank you for making me read that out again.
And wow, we've been really lucky with the respawns today. Right, so that is the 9th pot piece and the 9th Ixupi caught. That is the crystal one. We are fairly close to the library, which means we're close to the basement. We get to hear the best music in the game, lovingly labeled the German dungeon music. We go down here. There we go. Sadly, we don't hear too much of it.
Lovingly labeled.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Sadly, we don't hear too much of it because we now are in here. We need to say hi to Beth. We cause a shortcut that will move bricks because that's how electricity works. That's Beth. Hi, Beth. Bye, Beth.
Bye, Beth.
We go back. Now, that gave us a clue, which means now... How are the children supposed to... I mean, there is not supposed to be a body down there. Well, apparently the children are still supposed to find that page and therefore figure out that they need to now chop off the head of the guy from the guillotine in the torture chamber. Because that's how fun children museums work. So that's the next step. That will give us a symbol, which will be the symbol on the button that activates the trapdoor. And that is... I think it's called the... what's it called? The something hunt. When you go from one place to another?
Treasure hunt.
No. Close. Also, but oh God, what's it called? Whatever. Get power. Don't forget to get power. See.
Now you got me thinking. What
right.
something hunt?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. In German, it's Schnitzeljagd. Sorry. So that's probably not helpful. Right. Anyway, we cut off the head. We see the symbol, which allows us to activate the button. Go here. Oh, is there another thing host wants to read? Up there we go. Right. We
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Right. Can you now rotate this, please?
There
Thank
we go.
goodness. I thought the game glitched out here. Right. And now we have one more cutscene. It's not as grand as the one in Myst Exile. The walls are closing in, and we are screaming and shouting and falling and falling and falling and falling, falling and falling, falling. We took a large breath before we started shouting here.
Doesn't Alone in the Dark have a cutscene not dissimilar to that?
Oh, I haven't played Alone in the Dark in a long time. Right.
It does.
We are on the final stretches. We have found
The original Alone in Dark.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
way,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Oh, I know the original Alone in the Dark. That's the one I played. Oh, do you know how much? There's like pages and pages and pages of theory on how to speedrun the original Alone in the Dark. It's crazy.
What,
With the
theory
amount
on
of-
how to do it?
Yes, there's
not how to do it, not how to do it. Theory on how to do it.
both. All
I
right,
were
time
to do
coming
it, I
up
would do it
in
like
like a couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1, 1.5 time. There we go. All right, 1:15. All right, right. So as we watch the final cutscene, we should probably ask host and Skenme if we are allowed with how much time we've overdrafted to do our little bonus incentive. Otherwise, we'll do it another time because we are far behind. We might be far behind.
I don't think we...
So it's going to take 5 to 15 minutes. We can do it another time. There's still 2 more days. Sorry? Another time. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right. So good thing we didn't actually make it a donation incentive. So at some point tomorrow, you will see the Scottish Council try to solve the final puzzle of ClandeShivExilerstiny together, and that is going to be a lot of fun. So first of all, big shout-outs to the Wolves and to Howlin' Mad Mike, two awesome retro game speedrunners and streamers. Big shout-outs to the Mist community, everyone who's running Shivers, and the Trilobite community. Big shout-outs to Die Forever for building all of the ScumVM bindings for this game. Big shoutouts to Symbol and Godfire for building the randomizer upon randomizer upon randomizer for Shivers. And thank you all for watching. I've been DarkShocks, and
we look forward to the 13th doll.
No!
You can play us out, fingers.
Very happy music bringing
Yeah, I was.
Dead body found.
Thank you very much, DarkShocks and Howlin' Mad Mike and the Wolves for an amazing run of 7th PhantasMystgoria 3 ClandeShivExilerstiny.
Hey!
Had to say it one more time. All right. Coming up next, we have Joshy Moose playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but not as you know it. He will be playing the Titan Reyes mod. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.